Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, and I am back for yet another Summer Game Fest video. This time we are back for the Xbox Game Showcase and Gears of War Showcase event that is going to be happening right after that. Both of these events are going to be audio described. We have the audio described stream up right now. We are just about 26 minutes away, and I know we're starting early, but I figure we'll kind of just do a little chat first again, make sure that all my recording is going correctly, because I've been doing a few updates and such, so I wanted to make sure that we're ready to go ahead of time. But yeah, it's been an interesting week of events. We've had the Sony State of Play early on in the week, and then there were loads of other smaller events, indie events, anything. There was like black creators, developers, women developers, different countries and regions around the world. There's just been tons and tons of different little showcases around, and I just did, I checked into a couple of them, but I've been mainly keeping an eye on the bigger ones, and then just going through YouTube and seeing what kind of trailers we are getting from some of the other showcases. One thing that I have to make note of, and I thought was really funny, well, it's really funny and kind of sad at the same time. So we had Jeff Keighley's event Friday afternoon, evening, and that was fine. That was cool, and again, huge shout out to Janissary for doing the live audio description. That was not pre-recorded. She was just kind of having to ad-lib on the fly, and I think she, as always, she does an admirable job. So a little while later, I go on to Twitter, only to find a few people. People were so pissed because they were tuning in. They apparently just, they must have just went to YouTube or Twitch or something and looked up Summer Game Fest, and they just clicked the first stream that they saw, and apparently some of them clicked the audio described version, and they were saying that they were mad, like, oh, with 30 seconds, I'm 2 minutes in, and I can't stand what is with this stupid AI voiceover. So, A, they didn't realize it was audio described. B, they thought Janissary was AI, which, no, not so much. And like I said, I replied to her on Twitter, I'm like, I don't know how to take that. Like, is it that my voice is that good, that bad, or something in between? I'm not quite sure how I would take that, but I know she had fun with it, because she's like, she changed her username to, like, what was it, like Janissary the AI voice or something. But I'm like, yeah, okay, that's great. That's all you can do. But she replied to some of the people. I saw a couple threads where she explained, like, hey, no, this is actually audio description for blind and visually impaired and other users who need it. And one person actually replied to her after learning about it. I saw they had a little bit of a thread going back and forth for a few posts, and they were turned on to it and like, oh, okay, now I actually understand. And they looked into, like, oh, let me turn audio description on for a movie or a TV show, as Jenna had suggested. And it was, like I said, at least she got through to somebody. But, just the... I'm around it every day. I'm around disability, not just blindness, not just low vision, but, like, other people have other disabilities as well. So, I'm used to, even if there's a disability I don't know much about, or there's a tool or a piece of technology that can help somebody, and it's a technology that I don't know about because, maybe it's mobility or hearing or something, I'm open to it and I go, oh, okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. So, it's weird because part of me thinks that, God, audio description has been around for so long, and like, you would think that people would have to be at least somewhat familiar with it, wouldn't they? But maybe not. There's still people who are amazed that a blind person can dress themselves. So who knows? And stupid me, I forgot to fill my water bottle, so thankfully I have a wireless headset here. And in case I get the coughs or something, I'm going to walk over and fill up my mug real quick. But so I had to tell that story again. Shout out to Janissary, awesome job, and she handled it really well. Like I said, we have our audio description meeting tomorrow, so that'll be fun to kind of talk to her again. But so yeah, that was an interesting thing that came out of Friday's event. Very unexpected. Otherwise, Microsoft is our main one that I know of that is left. We have the PC gaming show, I think, sometime this afternoon. I'm not going to record that, because, there is stuff that I'm sure there will be a few games on there that I'll really want to play, and there may be a few surprises, or release date announcements, but the problem, they're kind of like, I don't know if they'll change it, but they've gone for this sort of, like, I watched the Future Game Show yesterday, and it wasn't horrible because the segments between trailers was maybe 30 seconds tops, but just some of that really cringy co-host dialogue of trying to be funny, and it just doesn't, usually it just doesn't work super well. And the PC gaming show has been kind of cringe off and on, so I might put it on in the background, or like I said, I'll definitely check into it, but maybe we'll get some more release dates on some boomer shooters and things like that. But yeah, supposedly, like I said, people are just, I don't know if it's speculation, but because I haven't seen anything from Nintendo yet. Everybody's saying that there's going to be a Nintendo Direct either on Tuesday or sometime this week, and I could see that happening because they want to be part of the announcement phase. Why wasn't Nintendo really at the Jeff Keighley event? Why didn't they do something this last week where everyone was doing events? So I can see them wanting to do a little bit after, everybody else, just to get a little bit of separate time. It sucks because I will be at work if they do it on Tuesday, and usually they do it right away at 8, 9 in the morning. So I will probably, if they do a Nintendo Direct, especially in the next week or so, I will likely do another one of these videos where I kind of watch along and give my thoughts. But it's probably not going to be, I'll probably be watching the archive because, as I said, not only will I be at work, but I will be catching up after 2 weeks worth of vacation, which is going to suck hard. I am not looking forward to going back to work on Tuesday. Ugh. But, and then of course we have WWDC tomorrow. I don't know. A part of me thinks I might do a shorter video, so I might do, I'm not going to watch along with WWDC, I don't think, but I I think I will give my thoughts on their announcements. So tomorrow's Monday video will come later because I want to watch, it'll be at noon my time, so same time as this Xbox event here today. But I will get a video out for you guys tomorrow with my thoughts on what in the heck they're going to do with all their iOS and Mac OS and watchOS 27, all that kind of jazz. Are they going to embrace AI? Are they going to just kind of dip their toe into it? Is Siri going to suck still? Who knows? And even then, like I said, especially, after the last couple of years, I generally tend to take what they say with a little grain of salt because, boy, when they were hyping up for when the iPhone 16 was coming out and like, what was it, like iOS 18? It's like, oh my God, it's going to be this new Siri. It's going to be amazing. It's going to do so many things. And they just basically flat out lied. And we still don't have most of what they promised. I mean, Genmoji, who freaking cares? Genmoji, I think I looked at it once and went, okay, this is dumb. The image creation thing, I don't care. I really don't. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. I'm really intrigued what we're going to find today for Xbox because we're sort of in this transition period. Of course, Sony and Microsoft are both talking about new systems. We had basically the Switch 1-year anniversary this past week. The Switch 2, I should say.
This is the audio described broadcast for
Hey,
visually and cognitively impaired viewers.
it's AI again.
Hazy motes of multicolored
Sorry.
light shimmer around the black and green Xbox
Jenna, I love
Title,
you.
Xbox Games Showcase.
Um,
Below it, a countdown timer shows 15 minutes remaining.
Yeah, 1457. All right. Anyway, but so like Microsoft, I'm very curious. I have a funny feeling that I would love to be wrong. But I have a feeling we're not going to see too many surprises. I doubt they're going to say anything about their next system. I think it's probably too early to do so unless they're just going to be like all gung-ho and be like, you know what, screw it. We're going to release this sucker early 2027 or something. But I really, maybe I'm just speaking biased from my own opinion, but from what I've gathered from, a lot of people just aren't ready. They're not excited about a new console. I mean, we're currently spending $70, $80 or more for AAA games as it is. And then prices on consoles are going up. PCs, handhelds, consoles, everything is going up. I literally just got groceries this morning. I think I got 23, 24 items, and it was like $160. Like everything. I mean, there was a couple of things where I think there was a couple of things that I was gonna buy and I chose not to because they went up from like $4 to almost $10. It was ridiculous. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. But I don't know that there's going to be a lot surprising here because, we are kind of, we're really deep into late generation. I would say nearing the end of this generation, but I could kind of see, and I kind of honestly hope that this generation goes on for another 2-3 years because I sure don't want to upgrade again. And then, of course, Phil Spencer's gone. You got this Asha Shah person leading Xbox now. And, she's been saying things that have been pretty popular the last several weeks, wanting to get back into Xbox and, doing little things like changing the logo. You see this new green logo here. Personally, I don't mind it. I personally love the original Xbox logo, that really sharp. You didn't have the orb back then, really. But you had just this really sharp X, and I really like that logo. Just black and green. But whatever. Yeah, but those are easy things. Like, okay, we can change the logo. We can, say things. We can say that things are really important to us, but you got to prove it. You know, what are you going to do to? What's going to make meaningful change? Because for the past, few years now, like for a while, they had a lot of goodwill because you had the like when I bought the Series S, I got it for under $200. I got that system for under $200. That's the only reason I bought it. Otherwise, I was just going to stick with PC. I wanted to see the accessibility of the Series X/S. Now, you know, the prices have gone way up. And, you know, this whole, I know they said they got rid of the everything is an Xbox campaign. But, like, I truly think that, you know, between, like, Microsoft has Xbox and they have Windows. That's great. Because, again, think about the economy right now. Think about how expensive everything is. Not just games or tech, but just daily living things. If people can play new games on the PCs they already have, on the game consoles they already have, if they want to use their tablet or their underpowered computer or a smart TV and stream, I mean, that's not the way I would want to necessarily play, but you could. You know, I mean, I did use Xbox streaming one time when I had Halo Infinite crap itself on me, and I literally, every time I got to this one part of a mission, I was playing it on my PC, and it would crash every time I got to this mission. I thought, well, let me just try streaming it and see what happens. And because I had, you know, because the cloud sync, you know, the saves synchronized perfectly, I loaded it up on cloud, I streamed it, the mission didn't crash, I finished the mission, and then I just went back to my local copy, loaded up my cloud save, and boom, I was back in, and it worked until my HP computer completely crapped out, and that was not a pleasant series of events. But yeah, so like Microsoft has a strength there because, you know, if people can play games on the tech they already have, and then we'll periodically upgrade to a Series X or whatever the next console is going to be. Even when Sony and Microsoft do launch new systems, this is just like this last generation. This generation is going to still, I think, go for a long time. There's going to be a lot of cross-generation titles because, again, if you're going to be selling your base consoles at $1,000 or so, give or take, minimum price, that's a hard sell considering, you know, 400, 500, 600 tops has been what consoles launched for. I mean, I remember when the, you know, PS2 and GameCube and that was like $250, $300. You know, but now we've had $500, $600 consoles. So yeah, I don't know. Game Pass, you know, they raised the price, then they lowered it somewhat. I wish they would kind of streamline it a little bit better. Just say, here's a Game Pass thing. You know, when they lowered the price again, they got rid of Call of Duty. What are they going to do with that? They're talking about even more backwards compatibility, what I really want to see, I would love to see my Xbox backwards compatible catalog be natively playable on Windows. If I could play some XBLA games, original Xbox games, 360 games on my PC, just for convenience, just, you know, like the way we can play a lot of the modern Xbox content on whatever device we have. If I could do the same with all those kind of backwards compatible games, I would love that, because there are some stuff that is trapped on my Xbox 360. I've got the Simpsons arcade game. I have, you know, I've talked about every Extend Extra Extreme. I've talked about The XBLA version of Luminous which is still, I think, the best version. The original Darkness has not been ported to PC. They have the Darkness 2, but the Darkness 1 isn't. And, I'd love to play that again. Burnout 3, God, if I could somehow, like, even if I could, I would buy a digital version if I could play and download Burnout 3 on my PC in a nanosecond. God, I would. So we're 6 minutes and 27 seconds away. But like I said, big picture stuff, I hope they sort of touch on it, because they sort of, to me, they have to, or they really should. Because right now, sure, Xbox is definitely the underdog, but the problem is you need to give people a reason to want to even own an Xbox right now, because the prices of your consoles have gone up. A lot of your recent games, we've had stuff going to PC for a long time, that's not a big deal. But we've had a fair few games also now going to PS5. Would you ever have expected a Halo game or a Forza to go to PS5? I mean, that was just crazy when Sega went third party and I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I was playing a Sonic game on my GameCube. That was crazy.
This is the audio described broadcast. And
so, like,
viewers.
What reason do we have to want an Xbox?
Lights shimmer around the black and green Xbox logo. Title: Xbox Games Showcase. Below it, a
like I said, they have
5 minutes remaining.
They do have some exclusives, and their backwards compatibility, their Game Pass. I'm curious if they're going to go back and say, maybe we're not going to put some of this upcoming stuff like Fable on the PlayStation systems. I don't know. But as far as games, obviously Call of Duty is going to be there. They're going to have a segment on that. I mean, they own, that was probably a big reason they bought Activision. So aside from their mobile stuff. But of course, they're going to show Call of Duty. We already know they're going to show Fable, which I can't wait to see. I really want to see that. They're probably going to have a Gears trailer and then just say, hey, if you want a deeper dive, watch our follow-up presentation. They're going to do that, I'm sure. They'll probably have some sort of Forza DLC. There's the Halo campaign Evolved, which admittedly, I'm torn because I am curious about it. I love the first Halo, but they already have the Halo Anniversary Collection, which was cool because you could switch on the fly, literally between modern and original graphics. But this is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be a reimagining. I don't know if it's like just another one-to-one, make it prettier kind of a thing, or if they're gonna, are they going to make some of the tedium of the library mission? Are they going to change some of that? I would love to have them include some blind low vision accessibility so more people can play it. I would love to see, we have QuakeCon coming up always in August. So I don't know if they're going to show any Doom the Dark Ages DLC today. I would love for them to do that. And then just concentrate on whatever Night Dive is doing. Maybe they'll do a Quake 3 remaster or Quake 4 remaster for QuakeCon. I would love to see Wolfenstein 3 be shown here today. I would love to see that. Because we need to see Mecha Hitler and destroy him. I don't know. I doubt they're going to show anything Elder Scrolls other than Elder Scrolls Online. I don't think they're going to show anything with their new single-player game. I don't know. I'd love to be wrong with that, but you know, Starfield, I don't know, maybe they'll have something for that. Hard to say. But, like, you know, the thing is everything is kind of a known quantity. Like, I hope we do get some genuine surprises, because I feel like we're going to get some release dates. We're going to get, you know, again, I really want to see Fable. I am curious about Gears because I'm curious about both games, and if they're going to have accessibility in them. I know they're probably not going to talk about that much, if at all, here today, but I really want to see Fable. I feel like I kind of know what Gears is going to be. You know, I mean, they'll have their multiplayer, they'll have their horde mode. Single player, I don't know if it'll be more open like Gears 5 was, or more linear or whatever.
Shimmer around the black and Xbox logo. Title:
but
Xbox Games Showcase. Below it, a countdown timer shows 1 minute remaining.
I do want to see some surprises, because as we full screen, oh, here we go. As we full screen here,
text appears. Thank you for an incredible 25 years.
Oh, that's right. This is the 25th anniversary of
To the
Xbox.
next 25.
So yeah,
the
maybe
Xbox
they'll do something
logo
cool.
appears below the text in its iconic translucent green.
I hope they do. Okay, so enough speculating. It is time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I will be sticking around for the Gears thing because I know that's audio described too. So here we go.
Text appears. U.S. and Canada rating pending to mature. PEGI 18. IARC and others 18+.
I have a feeling they're going to start with Call of
Duty. An alert appears
Duty.
on a CRT screen. Civil emergency message. Kelowna District.
This is the Coalition Emergency Broadcast System. There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across
Okay,
Kelowna.
they're going to start with Gears.
Multiple other screens flicker behind blood-stained glass.
Stay sharp. Don't let them surround you.
A woman snatches
John
a bloody
DiMaggio.
snub pistol.
There should be more guns in the trunk.
At a car.
Here, strap these on.
On a dark
Marcus
street,
Phoenix.
Marcus hands out more sidearms.
This isn't enough.
Dom
Dude,
performs
it's
a
so
functions
weird
check.
having them without armor.
We're gonna have more firepower there.
Right. Yes. It's about
That
2
is
blocks
so
up ahead.
weird, seeing them without
Okay.
their freaking armor.
Shoot, move, watch for civilians.
Gameplay, third-person shooter. Marcus and Dom escort 2 others.
That is so weird. They're just like regular
Marcus performs
dudes.
a perfect reload. Through the dark streets of Kelowna, dozens of locusts lope on all fours as they rip people apart. A cloud of red smoke bursts up through the street, an emergence hole. Several locust
Yep.
wretches swarm out. Marcus fires at them as civilians flee. He pistol whips one. He sprints
Hell
past
yeah.
destroyed cars on an abandoned highway. A suspended train zips overhead as Marcus picks up a Nasher shotgun.
I am
He
so
blasts
into
apart a
this single
wretch
player.
just before it leaps onto a fleeing man, showering the streets with its blood.
And I love being in the city
As
streets
more
like
emergence
this.
holes appear ahead, a city bus careens off course. It crashes into a support beam.
Okay. Trying to remember when Gears is coming out. Is that another September game?
We need to keep moving.
God, if it is. Thank God for Game Pass.
At a police car,
Let me see what I can do.
one of the squad members leans in.
I'm at the pan safe. I need backup. These things are all over me.
More tremors.
Any gears out there? Anyone that can hear this?
The 4 of them look around as dust shakes loose from surrounding buildings. An immense E-hole erupts beneath a car. They dodge the car. A huge creature resembling a hand
this looks
with 6
neat.
fingers withdraws.
Damn, you can't see anything. It's all
Dust
smoke.
clouds spill into the street as the holes
dust,
cast an
yeah.
eerie red glow. More locusts swarm out. Marcus, now wielding a lancer, takes cover and opens fire on locusts resembling armored soldiers, drones.
Goddamn breach points.
Marcus flanks, sliding behind a planter. Hit markers appear around his crosshair as he fires.
This looks pretty
A
good.
reload alert appears.
Reloading. Cover me.
Marcus fires around a corner, then charges a drone. He stabs and lifts the drone with his Lancer's bayonet.
All right. That gear said they're stuck in the pay and save. Which way?
It's on the other side of those apartments. At least that thing carved us a shortcut.
See, now this is how you do an extended
Through here.
gameplay sequence.
Marcus leads the way. In a department store, a gear wearing full trooper armor blasts apart wretches. The barrel of his Mulcher miniguns rotate.
Because I wasn't opposed to the God of War presentation.
He squares
so
up with
much of
his
that was
fists, but the
cutscene.
wretch explodes in a shower of blood. Marcus's squad appears.
Nice shot.
95% of this has been solid gameplay.
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass. But we
This
need
is
to make
what you want to
ourselves scarce.
see.
These
This looks
fuckers keep
good.
pouring in every few minutes.
The gear takes up a Lancer as the ground trembles.
More Tremors, watch it!
Marcus swaps to his Lancer.
You guys scared?
Yeah. Who are you?
Oh, the Lancer's so fun. Chainsaw bayonet.
We're into protecting some survivors nearby.
Oh, that was a hell of a mantle.
Now spattered with blood, Marcus takes cover behind checkout lanes and fires at a drone. He performs an imperfect reload, then downs a second one. Marcus runs up to slice its head off with the bayonet.
These things been coming in waves?
What's the problem till I ran out of ammo?
I like the settings that we're
An
fighting
unarmed drone
in.
charges out of a new E-hole. It pounces on Marcus, then rains down blows as the gear attempts to block them.
Because the whole world hasn't completely gone to crap,
Dom
so we're
appears
fighting
behind it and
in
knifes the drone in the neck.
the
He
downfall,
tosses
hence
the dead drone
E-Day.
aside as Marcus heaves himself upright. A grenade's explosion closes the E-hole.
Reloading.
Marcus fires at more locusts through the glass of grocery freezers. He
Yeah,
clambers
this
atop
looks so
the
cool.
freezers, vaults to another aisle, then
Damn,
climbs down
son.
behind a drone. He swaps to his Gnasher. Blood
How in the hell
showers
do
the
you
screen.
vault to the top of a freezer? That's a hell of a leap there you got, Marcus.
Marcus rejoins
'Cause those
his
things are
squad,
tall.
taking cover behind a counter as an E-hole appears in the produce section. 4 armed drones appear.
This is what I think of your
Marcus
grocery
looks to his right as
prices.
a drone stomps toward him. He attempts to reload.
Sorry.
He stabs the drone with the bayonet, but it doesn't even flinch. The drone slams the rifle, snapping the blade off, then grabs Marcus by the throat. He grabs his snub. The drone grabs his wrist and wrenches the pistol out of his grip. The drone lifts Marcus by the neck, its thick claws carving deep gouges in his face. Dom and the other squad members fail to notice. Marcus's eyes drift closed. A chainsaw shreds
Yeah.
apart the drone's shoulder, showering blood. Marcus collapses to the
Chainsaw,
floor.
son.
The gear holding the chainsaw offers his hand.
Our roads converge again.
Ty Caliso helps him up.
Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus looks him in the eye.
Okay. Looks good.
Title: Gears of War, E-Day.
Looks good.
In a montage, a boomer locust steps from flaming wreckage. Marcus slides,
Boom.
wielding a Gnasher. He takes cover from a rocket fired by a spider-like locust. More gears stab locusts. Title: Gears of War, E-Day. Emergence begins October 6th, 2026.
Oh, it's an October game. Okay. Well, still.
Green text appears. Play it day 1 with Game Pass.
Thank
An
God,
Indian woman stands
because
before posters of Gears. Asha Sharma, CEO of Xbox.
Welcome to the Xbox Game Showcase. For the past 25 years, Xbox has delivered some of the greatest games of all time. Games that changed what was possible, games that brought players together, and games that defined generations. Xbox was built on the spirit of creativity and heart. And as we kick off the show with Gears of War E-Day, it's only fitting that as we return to Xbox, we return to Gears. So today, we're
Fair.
announcing that Gears of War E-Day will be an Xbox console exclusive.
She smiles. Text
Okay.
appears over the title, Xbox console exclusive.
That's
The core of
fair.
Xbox is great games, and that's what today is all about. We're going to show you more than 25 titles from creators around the world, followed by
Okay.
a Gears Direct. Enjoy the show.
The Xbox logo floats behind
Yeah,
her.
I forgot
Text
this was the
appears.
25th
Xbox
anniversary.
Game Studios presents. Text. In-game footage. Mossy overgrown ruins sit on foggy mountaintops.
Do I remember the moment my powers came in?
A dark-haired woman in leather armor turns around.
Well, I was being crushed to death with seawater and mud and manure.
Oh no, it's a woman character.
Well, so
Protagonist. People are gonna have a fit again.
She swallows.
God, for ridiculous.
I remember her fingers gripped so tightly in mine that her nails drew blood. Until I
She blinks, then shakes her head. Her eyes
Not sure
distant.
what this is.
lost her grip. But she stayed away.
Text. Playground Games presents.
Does stick in the memory a bit, yeah.
Wait,
Title.
Playground.
Isabel, hero of Wraithmarsh. The woman, Isabel, smiles.
I know why you're here.
Playground games.
You want to talk about
Is
them.
this State
A
of
woman
Decay
bats away
too?
an offered mushroom.
They're not real heroes.
You never seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power. How do they use it?
I'm trying to remember what. I know the name
Mindless
Playground.
beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look for the guild. Shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power.
Players
No.
duel beasts in a montage.
They don't waste time in trivialities.
You're back. And dressed like a twat.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to live with their choices.
At a campfire,
What the fuck was that?
Well, I was just...
Just sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Remorse.
Isabel gazes off.
Remorse is for the guilty.
She holds a spear. Elsewhere, a man vomits in a tavern.
Look, I will tell you what I told them. Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it.
Red lightning topples a tower.
Oh.
Doesn't need heroes.
Albion. I did not get a Fable vibe out of this.
It needs a hero.
You're a monster.
Gameplay, third-person melee.
I did not. I should have known.
Lightning flashes. A sword is encased in a crystal. Isabel duels another hero in a cavernous fortress.
Because it's darker
She
than I
tumbles
expected
over
a
a
Fable
ledge.
game to be.
Is me.
The tone they have here.
A title appears in golden scrollwork text. Fable. A young man's face is bathed in firelight. A hooded figure wearing a white mask emerges
Okay,
from
but
flames.
I want to see some extended gameplay.
Text. Coming February 23rd, 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5. Text. Play it day one with Game Pass. Text. Xbox Game Studios presents.
That's
In
all they're going to
flashes,
show about
UNSC
Fable?
Marines dash past Sergeant Johnson.
Yep,
Plasma bolts flash.
campaign
You've heard the
evolved.
story. Halo. The chief.
Pelicans fly low.
Stuff of legends.
Chief helps Captain Keyes to his feet. Cortana's blue figure appears on a holoprojector.
But that's not the story I'm telling today.
Text. 1 year before the ring.
This one, you haven't heard.
Oh.
Op started simple enough. Drop in, grab the goods, get out before anyone noticed.
Are we getting a game where we
Well,
play
guess
as
what?
that, what's his
They
name?
noticed.
Gameplay. First-person shooter. Wielding a battle rifle, then a plasma rifle, Master Chief downs several grunts and jackals aboard a cruiser. He fires a fuel rod gun, causing explosions to bloom. Later, Johnson assembles a Gauss rifle from
Johnson.
an attache case.
Now you ready to get to it? You served long enough.
The
Learn to read
elites.
the battlefield.
Johnson covers Chief with the Gauss rifle.
This place, more of a freak show.
Interesting.
And trust me, I know freaky.
A Sanshum.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far, Demon?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock.
Johnson fires at a brute. It crackles with red electricity, then rips apart its comrades.
The thing with simple jobs is, they always get complicated.
A grunt throws a plasma grenade.
Plans change. Odds get worse. My advice, bring a Spartan.
Johnson pats Chief's shoulder. A purple ship trails bright light in high orbit. Text: 3 all-new missions. The legendary campaign evolved.
Oh,
Chief fires an assault rifle, then sticks a grunt with a plasma grenade.
I think I
A
do
Warthog
remember them
vehicle
saying
fishtails
something now
into a
about adding
firefight.
additional missions.
Title: Halo Campaign
Evolved, yeah.
Chief, you ever get tired of being the strong, almost silent type? No.
Text: available
Okay.
July 28th, 2026 on Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5.
Okay.
Text: play it day 1 with Game Pass.
Okay.
Text: in-game footage. A
I'm
white
into
woman
it.
with henna on her face and neck surveys a burning village. Logos for Asobo Studio and Focus Entertainment.
It's like it calls to me. You and my father found that island thanks to me.
There's more to this than you understand. More than you can handle.
The woman knifes a man through the gut.
I've proven myself.
Have you?
Damn, okay.
A sword keeps you alive. A dagger wins the fight.
Later, she uses a dagger in an arena. Gameplay: third-person melee.
I'm not
She
sure what
turns a
this
dial.
is.
Look at this place. It's mad.
An ancient stone statue towers.
The final confrontation is about to begin!
Where are the others? Ezra's dead.
Damn.
They're all dead. Move!
She frantically sprints through crumbling ruins.
Got some badass females
You know those ancient death curse
this summer.
rumors? Well, maybe they're true. Sit in.
A fragmented mosaic glimmers gold around a pit. Title: Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy, coming August 27th to Xbox platforms, Steam, Epic, and PS5.
Huh.
Text: play it day 1 with
Okay.
Game Pass.
That looks pretty good.
Logo for Atlas.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?
Text: mysterious murders in a quiet
Persona.
town.
Domino might have been on that Midnight Channel before
I forgot,
she died,
yeah.
too.
Text: the clues hide within the Midnight Channel.
I forgot
Reach out
that
to
they
the truth with your friends.
Oh, where are we?
Whoa.
Feels like we're someplace
Cover
totally
them.
different. Look out!
A spiteful hablery.
Whatever's
Huh.
going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
To wield a persona is to wield direct control of one's heart. And the heart is strengthened through bonds.
Yukiko.
Doesn't it
The
sound
only
cool?
thing I know about Persona is I've watched some of that endurance run that Giant Bomb did several years
Never
ago
seem to last long, do they?
I hate you, sneaky,
for
stupid
Persona
bully jerk.
4.
I can't wait.
So, shall we?
Really? Sweet!
Come on, don't call me that.
Teddy.
All shadows were originally born from humans.
Well, then that means Senpai got killed by her other self.
No! Get out of here! Don't look at me!
Does that mean you're just gonna stuff me back in your head and pretend I'm not Rhea?
I can't.
No idea what's going on. Crazy
Gameplay,
anime
turn-based
stuff.
strategy.
All right, which means that we also gotta catch whoever's tossing people in here.
I think I'd like to help too. I'm not running away from this. Well, but I have no problem taking down shadows. It's over.
So yeah.
If they actually added accessibility to this, I would give it a shot.
Catch this jerk.
Because I
team
know people
performs
love
a
the
joint
Persona
charged attack.
series.
Title: Persona 4 Revival, coming February 18th, 2027 to
Oh,
Xbox
it isn't-
platforms,
wow, they're
Steam,
milking that
and PS5.
Persona 4 is like the Final Fantasy
Text:
7 of
play it
that
day
series,
1
apparently.
with Game Pass.
Okay.
Text: Xbox Game Studios presents. A cassette tape labeled "For Caroline" begins rewinding.
Mixtape 2.
A knob is attached to one of the tape reels. As it rotates, it
That'd be
winds up
funny.
a dangling length of string. A ticker counts backwards as the tape rewinds. A grenade is taped to the cassette player, with the opposite end of the string tied around the pin.
Ah, okay. No, maybe not then.
In the ruins of a city, shadows shamble through an orange dusk. They close in on the rigged cassette player. Logo
Okay.
for Undead Labs.
There's, okay, this is...
I used to argue about what
Yeah, I got them mixed
An
up.
older Asian man watches around a corner.
A weapon. A virus. Something worse.
A fleshy mass sits in a tunnel.
Yeah, this is State of
Started
Decay
in
3.
Quiet towns. Empty roads. Places the world forgot.
The string on the cassette player shortens. It reaches the grenade pin.
Zambi! Boom.
The man watches as it blasts apart zombies. He runs off, wielding a rifle and
That's
carrying
kind of a
full
clever
survival
trap.
pack. He halts at the sight of an orange, smoky tower.
Guys, I found a nest. These survivors found each other.
Okay, here we
Built
go,
walls,
gameplay.
Pushed back against the night. We'll always have each other's back.
A utility vehicle drives off.
'Cause
I
the
can't
world's
imagine this is
become more
coming this
dangerous
year.
than ever.
At night, the vehicle plows through one of the zombies. It bounces over a dirt road toward the smoky towers.
Yeah, this has to be
Dead aren't just
2027, I would
wandering anymore.
imagine.
They hunt.
A feral orange zombie gallops on all fours, its mottled skin glowing orange. The survivors dismount from the vehicle. Gameplay, third-person shooter.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter what you believe.
One wields a shotgun.
What matters is that when the dead come through the dark,
And I have to think
The survivors fire their
The-
weapons. A zombie with a
there's a
bloated belly
chance-
vomits acid onto them.
that they're going to be considering at
Distended
least some
abdomen pops
accessibility
when they fire at
because
it. They make their way through a compound, shooting at fleshy masses along the walls.
I've talked with some people at Undead Labs.
Flaming zombies charge through a Molotov.
This was a few years
a glowing
ago,
orange
but-
mass explodes. The utility vehicle makes its way back along the dirt road. The sun rises over perfectly clear air around
I
the
liked
compound.
State of Decay.
Title,
I liked-
State of Decay 3, coming 2027 to Xbox
Yeah, that's what I
platforms,
thought.
Steam, and PS5. Text,
But-
play it day one with Game Pass.
It was the camp and
Text,
the personnel
Xbox Game
management part
Studios
that I thought
presents.
was a little bit confusing and clunky,
A
but I
feared
loved
Red
going
Maw
out.
Megalodon attacks a ship at sea.
I loved going
On
out in the
Sea of
world and
Thieves,
exploring.
There have been plenty of
Oh,
grand
yeah.
adventures. But what if you could make your own Sea of Thieves experience?
Oh.
With our new free update, Custom Seas, you can. Let me explain. You could create new ways to play, like Rowboat Royale, where small, bloodthirsty crews duke it out in a furious battle to the death. Just remember to watch out for explosive barrels.
One detonates.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Or Skeleton Snipe Hunt, where the sharpest shooter with the highest score wins. Or maybe you just want to spawn this.
A chicken.
And these.
Chests.
One of those. And absolutely loads of these. And, well, you get the idea.
A gunpowder barrel.
You could create a cinematic masterpiece. With enhanced camera tools, you could show romance, action, or tragedy. Or maybe just show the world from a whole new perspective. Or you could even just create a place to hang. Literally, if you want. Or you
Yeah.
could come together for a party. Or maybe you want somewhere you can just kick back and relax. Whatever your piratical pursuits may be, we're giving you your own keys to the seas. There's a whole new world of possibility ready to explore. So dive in and unleash your creativity. The tools are now in your hands. What you do with
That's
them
pretty cool.
is up to you.
Custom Seas.
Just try not to wreck the place.
A free update for Sea of Thieves coming June 18th to Xbox platforms,
Okay, that's
Battle.net,
soon.
Steam, and PS5. Text. Play it day one with Game Pass. Text. Proudly made in Ukraine, inspired by the worldwide best-selling Metro book trilogy by Dmitry Glukovsky.
There is a
Oh,
liar
right.
in these tunnels.
More
Snow
Metro.
billows in through a hole punched in a tunnel roof. Lights
I
flicker
forgot
over their
about
gray
that.
depths.
Yeah.
They call him Führer. But that is not your name.
I want to like these games, but they're so unforgiving.
Is Hunter.
And little
The
parts
Führer
that I
wears a
have
gas
trouble
mask,
seeing.
sash, and epaulettes.
As a Spartan, you were a legend.
Rats run through a market.
You stood for something. But where are the Spartans now?
A crow picks at a corpse.
To protect the Metro.
Yeah.
From you. You promised a brighter future. For our people.
Another corpse sits in a tunnel.
Now, the Norai spreads tyranny. In your name.
A trooper patrols wearing a gas mask.
You swore to crush the enemy. To face them head on. And guide the Metro to the light.
The decaying remains of a city shine in dim sunlight. At night, the ranger wipes rain off his visor.
But darkness consumes you.
I mean, these games have always looked good.
Like a plague.
He sets a demo charge.
And that's sometimes to its detriment if you're low vision like me.
A colony of bats flies past.
Because I have trouble seeing some of the dudes when we have such limited resources. Like, you
He
use
holds a
bullets
lighter,
for
then
currency,
activates night vision.
and you have your air filters for your helmet because the surface is so bad.
He fires incendiary rounds at mutants. Gameplay, first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Your lies. And now
Looks good.
That legendary Spartan.
I don't think there's going to be much in the way of accessibility for this one, though.
The ranger fires a bolt-action rifle at Novorreich troopers.
I won't stop.
I want to like these games, I really do. Because what I've played of them I like.
Title, Metro 2039.
Ah, okay.
Lights flash over abandoned subways. A silhouette stands before the flames.
Yeah, they've always looked
Title,
good.
Metro 2039. Coming February 2027
Okay,
to
another
Xbox
February
platforms,
game.
Steam, Epic, and PS5.
World premiere.
Ah, okay.
In a forest full of multicolored flowers, a tiny bird hops along a path. It pecks at a tree, then picks up a stick that falls from it. It strikes the stick against flint to spark a fire. The flames glimmer in the bird's eyes. Cartoonish faces on the flowers look on in horror as the flames spread. The bird runs through a meadow, starting a wildfire. The bird starts more fires, breaks into buildings, then electrocutes itself with an outlet. It hops to the edge of a cliff as shadows of other birds fly along the ground.
Okay, I have zero clue what the hell this
It
is.
gazes down at the forest, remaining on the ground as day turns to a rainy night. Later, the bird steals a trumpet, eats worms, breaks a wall, and throws a firework into an abandoned car.
Huh?
At night, the
Birds
bird's
are
eyes
dicks,
glow white
man.
as it carries something shiny toward a brightly glowing star. In a small crater, the star gazes down at the hopping bird. Title, Bad Magpie, coming 2027 to Xbox platforms and Steam.
I gotta admit, I'm kind of intrigued. It's kind of like that Untitled Goose Game.
Play it day one with Game
All
Pass.
these birds just being punks.
World premiere.
Okay.
Text, in-game footage. A flag flutters over the smoldering remains of a battlefield. Gigantic twisting growths tower near a seaside town as several junks float nearby. Logo for Koei Tecmo.
Countless wars have been waged throughout history in pursuit of the
Another
elixir
Dynasty
of immortality.
Warriors game.
Team Ninja.
A champion rises,
Oh.
destined to quell the chaos of this senseless cycle.
A Chinese man wears a top knot and a robe with trailing sleeves.
I was gonna
Gameplay,
say Ninja
third-person
Gaiden
hack
then.
and slash. He battles a fiery dragon, then a spiny rock golem, followed by armored foot soldiers.
I do like...
A multi-story town is constructed into a cliff face. The warrior deflects flaming arrows.
Awaken. Phoenix.
An outline of flames appears through the warrior's body, forming a phoenix. It bursts from the warrior's body, then soars upward to create a title. Wo Long 2, Wings of Ember. The warrior
I have
stands
yet to
in a
play
burning
the first
arena
one.
across from
Okay.
an armored man.
So,
It's on my wish
it was
list.
you who set the Red Cliffs ablaze.
Text. Coming early 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, PS5, and Switch 2.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Text.
even Switch
Play
2.
it day one with Game Pass.
All right.
Text. In-game footage and cinematics.
You're ready for the challenge and the reward of opening your very own cult.
Text. Lead. Recruit. Build. Teach. Fight. Tomatoes. Survival. Flamethrowers.
I like
You'll be
flamethrowers.
going to beautiful Bedford County, USA. Teaming with locals waiting to join our family.
You scare me? You don't scare me.
You better reevaluate your life choices.
You pissed off a random person on the street. You want a trophy?
Even if they don't know it yet.
Gameplay. Third-person shooter. Text. Single-player and four-player co-op. A chopper circles a compound.
I have to admit, I'm intrigued.
I will shield you from the apocalypse. Join us.
Magic gathers from the sky. People float. Fighter jets soar toward giant tentacles.
Looking for the owner of a severed human head. Come and collect it, or it will be given away on a first-come, first-served basis.
Title, Join Us. Coming March 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, Epic, and
Yeah,
PS5.
okay.
Text, play it day one with Game Pass.
World premiere.
Text, Xbox Game Studios presents.
I like that we're getting new
Long
stuff
ribbons
that I
of metallic
don't
gold
know.
ripple like the surface of a liquid, resembling a topographical map. A young white woman struggles to keep her head above the surface. The woman, Senua, looks around.
I was gonna say...
Statues of people stand on empty shores.
Okay, so we're gonna get a Senua 3.
But what is left in the dark?
Lines of gold light flow toward the sky.
And some binds cannot be
I didn't play all the way
They
through the
form a
first
rune in the
one,
clouds. Gameplay, third-person platformer.
but I did play all the way through the second
Senua carries her
one on
hand
Game
mirror on her
Pass.
hip as she crouches, stalking a shirtless man. She draws her sword.
Okay, stealth kills.
She slices his back, then drives the torch into his chest. Later, she slices apart more men covered in white body paint and thorns.
So the second game had a really kind of a interesting...
In the golden pool, her face sinks further into the
unconventional
liquid. On the
combat
battlefield,
to it.
Senua wields a heavy halberd, then throws a hatchet. One of her enemies hovers, glowing with bright golden light. A beam shoots upward as Senua mouths the dark voice's words.
Seems like
from
this
the
one
golden
might be a little
pool.
more... action?
She shuts her eyes, and her face sinks beneath the twisting gold.
Okay. Hellblade 3.
Now, wearing woad face paint, she surges from a wall of gold to face a figure kneeling before the rune.
Senua.
Title, Senua. Coming 2027 to Xbox platforms,
Oh,
Steam,
okay.
and PS5. Text, play it day one with Game Pass.
They're still doing a lot on PS5.
Text, Bethesda presents.
Oh.
Text appears on a film reel, a Bethesda Softworks production, The Call of 76.
Answer the call.
I forgot about Fallout
Welcome to the
76.
surface, a sprawling paradise. Meet the locals, learn to fish. Doesn't that sound nice? What a hoot! You found loot. This is no time to hoard. Share your stroke of luck with your pals. All aboard. Build your camp as a team. Hey, life's pretty swell, but in this Appalachian wonderland,
All is not well.
Gadzooks! It's worse than expected. Enemies are waiting in places undetected. So suit up, son, and defend our great nation. And gather all your friends when you fight this infestation. That's the play, Daddy-O. We'll tackle them all. Rebuilding our bright future from the ashes, rising tall. When you hear adventure calling...
I really liked Fallout 3 and 4, but I just never really wanted to check out Fallout 76. I know you can solo now a bit more.
Starting today, free daily rewards June 7th to 15th. Free trial Fallout 1st, June 8th to 15th. A super mutant wields a Gatling gun. An automaton powers up. 3 players wear brightly colored power armor. Title: Fallout 76 Infestations. Available now on Xbox platforms, Steam, PS5, and PS4. Text:
right.
Play it day 1 with Game Pass. Text: Bethesda presents.
Okay, we're getting our
The Slayer
Bethesda
stands before a projection of a maker.
Hell yeah!
By your acts of defiance,
Logo
Bring
for id.
forth the DLC.
trembles in the wake of your actions. They follow you now.
The Slayer dons his helmet. He emerges from a portal, parries a Hell Knight, then stomps an Arachnotron.
Council has chosen. Beneath this
Love the shield saw.
will be your tomb.
A Titan stomps the Slayer. He falls, then finds himself in a snowy landscape, shirtless and clad in a fur cape.
Huh?
This place
Ooh, that gun.
is your pain-given shape. It holds many secrets. Only a cleansed soul may leave.
A spear.
Oh, he'll cleanse it all right.
I'm not your enemy. I am your way out.
Oh yeah.
Gameplay. First-person hack and slash. The Slayer wields the super shotgun in his right
Well-
hand and the spear in his left.
Yeah, the spear is
Spear's
new,
blade
I
changes
think.
from red to green as he parries oncoming attacks. He throws it,
Oh
and it
man, I gotta
instantly
get my
respawns in his hand.
I gotta get my parry.
The Slayer shreds apart hordes of demons.
Man, it's gonna be interesting to get back into this
Have you
again.
not found peace? The demons, they have retreated. Their war is with him.
The Slayer rip-starts his shield saw. He parries a
Yes.
Mancubus with it, then switches to the spear mid-leap.
That shield saw is so good.
He wields the Plasma Cycler against an Arachnotron, then leaps high into the air before firing the grenade launcher into the fray. He parries
Oh,
a
this
Cyber
looks
Demon.
good.
Text: This summer, hell freezes over.
I like it.
Is alive, and we're going to find him.
A Night Sentinel wields dual blades. Title: Doom the Dark Ages Revelations. Flashback.
When?
A silhouette stands in a hospital
I've
doorway.
kept the game
Text,
installed.
July 7th.
Ooh.
The Slayer lays down his damaged chest piece.
Hell yeah.
A forge hammer strikes it.
Okay.
Doom the
I'm
Dark
in.
Ages Revelations, coming July 7th to Xbox platforms, Battle.net, Steam, and PS5.
Yep, I have the Steam version already
Text,
installed.
in-game
so
footage and cinematics. The sun rises over the Golden Gate Bridge. On a sidewalk, a hot dog cart vendor perfectly stacks sodas. An
oh,
open-top convertible taxi cab shoots past,
Oh,
knocking them over.
crazy
Gameplay,
taxi,
third-person
son.
driver.
you gotta have this song. You gotta.
Multicolored sparks shoot out of the tires as the driver careens around corners and over jumps. Various passengers pump their fists and grin.
Oh, it's so
a man
good.
holds a stack of 50 pizzas in the back seat. In slow motion, the taxi vaults over another man carrying a bouquet. The taxi races down cable car tracks.
Okay.
As passengers exit, some kick the taxi.
Is this like a
others
total
dance with
remake of the
joy.
first game?
A blonde woman in a red convertible pulls up beside the taxi driver. She types on her phone, then looks pointedly at him. On his phone, alerts appear. Time to check in for your flight. Hope your passport is up to date. Title: Crazy Taxi World Tour. Coming 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, PS5, and Switch 2.
Okay.
The retro Xbox logo.
Oh, that's the logo that I like.
Includes a CRT TV and an original Xbox.
Oh.
A vortex appears in the center of the room, ripping
I
posters
hope I
off
like
the
where
walls
this
and
is
sucking
going.
in the electronics.
Okay, what's gonna happen
The Xbox
here?
bursts apart, then reforms into a Series X with a translucent green shell.
Oh, a special edition.
All of its internal components are visible through the sides. The matching controller hovers nearby it. Both bear the Xbox 25 logo. Green light shines in through the window, and the bedroom modernizes in a flash of light. The translucent Series X
That
floats
is
down
pretty
onto a
cool.
clean white entertainment center below a large flat-screen TV.
I want some
Text,
announcements of
25
original
years in
Xbox
the making.
games.
Introducing Xbox Series X25 Limited Edition, coming November 2026. Text: Xbox Game Studios presents. Title: Age of Empires 4 Raiders of the North.
In the frozen north, we know only one way of life. We know the thunderous
I wonder
crash
if they'll
of the
figure
waves
out
against our ships.
total blind accessibility, because they did a lot with that recent Age of Empires, what was it, 1 or 2 that I looked at a few years ago?
Moment of peace is only temporary.
They could go
Gameplay,
further.
top-down real-time strategy.
Oh yeah, we'll probably see Minecraft Dungeons here at some point too. I remember them saying something about a sequel to that.
Proving ground awaits just beyond the horizon.
And that I would
Armies
be
pour
into.
over green hillsides. Title: Age of Empires 4 Raiders of the North Expansion. Coming fall
Oh, okay,
2026
it's an
to
expansion.
Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5.
Gotcha, okay. I couldn't
Logo from
remember what
Mojang
AoE we're up
Studios.
to. Oh, speaking of which...
Text, in-game footage and cinematics. At dusk, a red-haired player slices apart zombies in a forest.
Speaking of which, I bet you this might be Minecraft
A
Dungeons.
ghostly face flies past her, then lights up a creeper with an eerie blue glow. The player charges and
I
slashes it.
really enjoyed the original Minecraft Dungeons.
She stares as the creeper remains standing. It walks forward, backed by zombies. A hammer smashes it aside. 3 more players appear, each wielding a different weapon. As another ghostly creeper glows in the distance, the red-headed player swiftly dashes to it, weaving nimbly between the trees.
And especially now that they've seen
It
Diablo
explodes.
4,
More ghostly
and with what
zombies
they've
and
already done with
skeletons shamble
accessibility.
forward. The players leap into the
Yeah.
fray.
Okay.
An upgrade menu appears. Gameplay, 2.5D hack and slash.
Yep, here's our Minecraft Dungeons 2.
Together, the players navigate through dungeons, explore villages, and enter a fortress.
Yeah, I'm genuinely interested in
The
this.
4 players reach a dark cliff. As they look over its edge, a huge ghostly figure stomps toward them. A twisted warden glows
I had fun with the
ghostly
first
light.
game.
The players square up. Title: Minecraft Dungeons 2. Coming September 29th, 2026
Oh
to
dear
Xbox
Jesus God,
platforms,
another
Steam,
September game?
PS5, Switch, and Switch 2.
Huh. Guess I'm not getting rid of Game Pass
In the
anytime
dark
soon.
forest, a zombie gazes up at the
'Cause
ghosts.
there's no way in hell I'm
Electricity
gonna be able to
sparks
afford all
nearby
this-
it, forming
all
a
these
pixelated
games.
portal hovering in the air. The portal bursts forward. Text: Play it day 1 with Game
Yay.
Pass.
Thank God, because there's way too many games I'll have to buy in
Logos
September.
for Uppercut and Focus in an early 1900s theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, admirers of the mysteries of magic, take your seats before the lights go down and the curtain rises, for our next act is about to begin.
Inside, signs advertise the final performance.
Are you sitting comfortably? Are you prepared to witness feats both mystifying and illuminating?
I'm not sure what this is.
Watch closely then, and let the shadows tell their story.
Shadow puppets.
Behold, the famous Jacob Menturo, stage magician extraordinaire. So brilliant were his tricks, it cast 5 long shadows behind him. They called themselves Masters. Through a deal with the devil, the Masters sought yet more power. Their deal demanded a sacrifice, and in the darkness, they chose Jacob. Jacob was trapped in eternal torment, but the devil had other plans. He pulled Jacob from his infernal nightmare and offered a new deal. Face their legions, their tricks, every abomination they command. Take
no gameplay yet. I don't know what kind of game this is going to be.
The shadow puppet turns into a man who breaks through the screen. He looks down at the audience, who now have glowing red eyes. From stage left, the announcer doffs his top hat, switching himself to red skin and short horns.
That's your cue. Run.
With a smile, he gestures to the audience. The man, Jacob, wields a magic wand to levitate away one demon.
Okay.
He summons a deck of cards to throw at several others.
First
Gameplay,
person?
First-person melee. Jacob bursts out of the theater, only to find a twisted version of the city outside is crumbling into a red abyss. In a montage, his white-gloved hands throw playing cards, invert gravity, flip through a tome, and hold artifacts.
This looks unique.
He wipes
for
condensation
sure.
away from glass, and a face
I'll give
turns
it
toward
that.
him. Title: Magician, The Devil's Deal. The devil appears in candlelight.
A deal's a deal, Jacob. I'll see you soon.
Text: coming 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5.
Huh.
Text: play it day
Okay.
1 with Game Pass.
I'm intrigued. It looks interesting for
Text:
sure.
in-game footage and cinematics. A standard bearer and 2 foot soldiers emerge from fog, each of their backpacks trailing flames.
What would you give for victory?
Elsewhere, wine pours into a goblet.
Your life? The lives of your sons?
The view falls through the floor, then emerges below to show an upside-down battlefield. The world rights itself.
Oh, I wonder if we'll get anything from
2 French
Judas.
Fusiliers tend a fallen comrade, each
because we haven't
bearing
seen that
orange
yet this
growths.
summer.
What if you had within you power, terrible and divine, to destroy your enemies, break their will? Would you have the strength, the resolve to wield it?
A lone man conjures flames from his palm against a clockwork cyborg. Gameplay: first-person fighter. The man explodes a Fusilier's head.
If destiny was there, within reach, could you sacrifice everything?
Wielding a saber and a flintlock pistol, the man clenches his fist to form grappling hooks of purple energy. He vaults through a mind-bending dimension.
For your country.
I mean, it didn't say world premiere,
Another
so this
man
is
dons a bicorn hat. As
this
the
is a
magic
title
wielder looks out
that
to the battlefield, his eyes switch to
they've
the other
already
man's.
announced, but I'm trying to think of what this is.
Title: Valor Mortis, starring Vincent Castle as Napoleon.
Huh.
Text: coming September 24th to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5.
I think there's like
Play
3
it day
games now
1
that are
with
coming
Game
out on
Pass.
that day.
Text: Bethesda presents. 3 hooded figures walk through a crowd.
Glenumbra's full of thieves. What is it you're after? Don't take this the wrong way, but we've been watching you. You've got talent and a lot of promise.
Stop! Thief!
A Khajiit flees. Another
Yeah,
thief
this is
throws a
definitely
smoke bomb
Elder
at a guard.
Scrolls. I'm
Are you
guessing
ready
it's
to
more
talk
Elder
about
Scrolls
planning
Online.
A real heist, partner?
Title: The Elder Scrolls Online.
Uh-huh.
The Thieves Guild is back.
Welcome to our Thieves Guild. Our members will show
I'm
you
honestly
the ropes.
surprised it took them
This
this
job
long. I
is
thought
going
it
to
was
need
already a
every
thing.
trick in the book.
I heard that caravan should arrive tomorrow.
Two thieves stalk a caravan. They spark an explosion, allowing them to loot a silver key.
Some jobs call for
I
slick
think you can
distractions
play
and
this
quick fingers,
solo.
but you never truly know
There
what's
might
behind a door.
Be
Or if that's not quite
events
your
that you
style,
have to be
step out of the shadows and take a direct approach.
with like a
A
raid
Nord
group or
hurls a dagger
something,
to
but
save a fellow thief from his attacker. She salutes.
there's so much in
There's
this game
other
right now
treasure
that I
all
don't
around
even
the
know.
world, if you know where to look and are willing to fight for
This
it.
is a game I just don't
While
have
two
the time
ships
to
are
even
locked in
try to
battle,
devote
three
to.
thieves sneak along the ocean floor.
Whether it's fortune, adventure,
Because
or
this has been
danger,
out. God, when did the original Elder Scrolls Online come out?
as long as you're willing to take
Got to be at least 10
A vault door
years.
opens.
Don't mind if I do. Hands off the cheese. I got here first.
Title: The Elder Scrolls Online. One thief is transported to a snowy mountaintop.
Oh.
Text: Now available with PC Game Pass. Return of the Thieves Guild. Join the heist July 8th. Text: Play it day 1 with Game Pass. Text: Xbox Game Studios presents. Text: Celebrating the beauty of the United States, featuring national parks and national monuments.
Okay, what's the twist gonna be?
Text: In-game footage. A glider soars past a herd of elk in Yosemite as the sun sets behind them. In a montage, various planes fly over expansive environments as text appears for each.
Okay.
The Great Smoky Mountains, Dry Tortugas, Big Bend,
Okay.
Guadalupe
Flight
Mountains,
Simulator.
Rocky Mountains, Great Sand Dunes, Canyonlands, Bryce Canyon, Zion, Death Valley, Yosemite,
Yosemite.
Crater Lake, Mount Rainier, North Cascades, Glacier,
I remember that's how voiceover used to say it
Yellowstone,
when they had,
Grand
I forget what
Teton,
Mac OS it was.
Badlands, Mount
I
Rushmore.
always used to call it Yosemite.
A stunt
never
plane
forget
performs
that.
an
My
upright
coworker and I
barrel
always
roll
used to make
over
fun
the
of it
Grand Canyon. Text:
laugh.
The sky is calling. Answer the call. Title: Flight Simulator 2024. World Update 22 coming July 4th to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5. At a stunt course, 7 propeller planes zip past. Text: National Championship air races coming fall 2026.
That's kind of neat.
Text: Play it day 1 with Game Pass.
The mountain stands here, yet it cannot be seen. The wind passes without a sound. People move within.
Pagodas and bridges crisscross mountaintops. Title: Where Winds Meet.
The Moists move in secrecy, renowned for their mastery of mechanisms. As the old order begins to fall,
A man deploys a mechanical wing.
no one
I
can
think this is some
remain
third-person thing.
When
I'm not
all is
sure.
obscured, the battle has only just begun.
A megastructure hovers over a placid lake, shimmering like shattered glass.
Beneath every mechanism, the true game lies in the human heart. This is your game to decide.
Gameplay: third-person fighter. A warrior sinks into regimented martial arts stances as he defends against partially mechanized opponents.
There's a lot of these this year.
He blocks a straight sword
Just
with
in
gauntlets,
general, there's a lot of
absorbs magic
first-person
projectiles,
or
and
third-person
attacks with a
melee.
mix of hand strikes and twin pistols. Title: Where Winds Meet, with exclusive benefits for Xbox Game Pass members, starting today on Xbox platforms. And
Okay.
Hidden Mountain, coming July to Xbox platforms, Steam, Epic, and PS5.
Dracula's castle is just ahead.
Oh.
I have come here to destroy you, just like my father, mother, and their allies before me.
A white woman with a long blonde braid runs through
I wondered when we were going to get to see more
Gameplay,
about this.
side-scrolling platformer.
No one believed me when I said the newest
I don't think they. I think they just said it was coming this year, but I don't know that
She
we.
avoids traps, then swings from a rope of golden
I would have
light.
to guess
A map
October?
appears. followed by cards. A clock shatters.
Cards.
God has given you another chance, Rose. You must use it wisely to better control your curse and strengthen yourself.
The woman, Rose, leaps between walls, duels a minotaur, and unleashes a blast
I still wish
of
Symphony of the
golden
Night
magic.
would come to PC, dagnabbit.
It petrifies 3 thralls.
You are no more than an irritating thing. What makes you think you can stop me this time?
A red-eyed woman appears, wearing only dripping blood over her chest and shoulders.
I've always wanted a pet Belmont.
Rose battles her in a throne room flooded
Okay,
with blood.
weirdo.
Stupid girl. I will show you what
It
hell
definitely has some Dead
More
Cells
bosses
vibe,
appear.
just the look of
I
it.
am Rose Belmont, and I will hunt the night.
Before an illustration of the muscular Rose,
Yeah, when is this
scrollwork
coming?
text appears, one word at a time. October 15th,
Ah,
2026.
I told you, October.
Title,
That's-
Castlevania, Belmont's Curse. Coming October 15th to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5. Key art by Katsuya
That's another one I
Terada.
need to get.
Logo for Serenity Forge. Text, Studio Meadowflower presents in-game footage.
Some years have a color to them.
In animation, dialogue appears for a young girl. I wonder what this sprout will grow into.
A haze that seems to fill the whole world.
She leaves a forest and speaks to a humanoid catfish. I saw a sprout growing in the old tree hollow.
In its glow,
Kind of an isometric,
you discover wonderful new
cartoony
places.
game.
She meets a girl in a pink dress.
Dear friends you always needed.
A
Kinda
white
has a
dog in a
hand-drawn
dress
look
says,
to
I
it.
was worried you might not find your way here. Sometimes I think these forest paths are always changing.
And golden moments which linger on the warm breeze.
I mean, it's nice to see
Top-down
something different,
exploration.
you know?
The catfish says, Hey Jenny, why don't you come join us? We're just reminiscing about old times. The girl, Jenny, frowns at herself in a mirror. The girl in pink says, Let's stay best friends like this forever, Jenny.
As you live your days. As dreams.
Jenny and the tree hollow are miniaturized under a glass bell jar, which sits in a rundown sunroom.
Huh.
Text, Sprout quickly, little tree. But can this small world contain you? Title, Vivarium. Coming 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, and Epic.
I don't know what to think of that one.
Text, play it day 1 with Game Pass.
World premiere.
Okay, I was just going to say, are we going to get another
Logo
world
for
premiere?
Atlas.
Atlas. Is
The
it
logo
another Persona
disappears
game?
into thick rain clouds. Text, in-game footage and cinematics. In darkness, heavy rain falls over jumbles of gravestones. They disappear. The graves wink back into view. Sickly green light gleams off the raindrops. Darkness briefly eclipses them. The view continues along the rows of gravestones.
I'm not sure what this is. I'm not super
The rows
familiar.
all
I know
lead toward a
Atlas,
central
but I don't.
plinth. Towering above the hundreds of graves is a
I haven't
statue of a
kept up
headless
on a lot of
figure
what they
wearing a
what
long
they make. I know
cloak.
they're doing the Persona stuff, but this is
Gnarled
definitely not
tree limbs
Persona.
reach into the sallow green sky as lightning flashes. On the statue, a shadow of an arm reaches out. Flashes of eyes, mouths, hands, and letters which spell Who are you? A title appears. Persona 6. The letters
I
glow
guess I was
ghostly
wrong.
green. Coming
Okay.
to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5.
Okay, so that's like a
Text, play it day
2028
1
thing.
with Game Pass.
I was wrong.
World premiere.
Text, Activision presents.
Okay, now we're gonna get our
Text,
Call of Duty, I
cinematic
bet.
CGI. Sunlight shines over fluffy clouds and a meadow with 2 long-legged songbirds.
Well,
Text,
maybe not.
in a realm beyond. The birds nuzzle each other, but both flee when darkness falls over them. Lightning flashes as silhouetted wings soar overhead. A 3-fingered hand grips a staff with a huge pink crystal. Text, A new evil rises. Clawed purple feet run over a desert. Spyro the dragon lopes over the sand.
Okay, I was going to say, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, wait a
skies.
minute.
Text. A legendary hero soars.
Okay. Those games weren't too bad.
He
They had that
twirls above
Spyro
the clouds,
trilogy.
but pauses when he spots
I
an
played a
immense
bit
dark
of
tower in the
those,
shape
and they
of
were
the
not
staff.
bad. I didn't play them originally,
Title, Spyro, A Realm Beyond.
but okay.
Spyro soars under a bridge,
Okay,
then
we got
spits
some
fire
gameplay.
blasts. Gameplay, third-person platformer. Text, Take Flight, Spring 2027 on Xbox platforms, Steam, PS5, and Switch 2.
All right, that makes
Text,
sense.
Play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Xbox Game Studios presents. A Zeppelin flies over a city in a rainy night.
It's my kind of night. Alarms are ringing. Bullets are flying.
What you do that for?
My fingers slip. And every copper in the tangle is on my tail.
Logo for In Exile Entertainment.
Hooligans, come to order.
Piss off!
Not sure
Let me
what this
introduce you to
is.
some of my esteemed colleagues.
Ulysses.
Even my schemes have schemes.
Me, I prefer to
I
make
feel like
up
I
as
should
go.
know what this
The
is
man
supposed
uses
to
a
be.
clocking terminal to dump fish past guards. An automaton, Nazim.
You'll have better odds getting through without me. Everyone knows you're easy pickings for someone with any sand. Then give my regards to the Sandman.
A brawny man in a bowler hat, Erasmus.
Cheap rubbish.
The player, Morgan, fires a revolver in an explosive barrel.
A corpse in hand is worth two in the grave, as they say.
Hazel.
Look at the bloody airships. We're not here for you.
Not here for me. I'm Anne fucking Darrow.
Text, Anne fucking Darrow.
Time to lay our hands to mischief.
We've been preparing to rob Griswick's vault for months now. To put in a
Okay,
heist
so it's like a
tonight,
first-person
yeah?
heist
Morgan,
thing?
get to that crane to lower the ship.
An automaton.
Greetings. I am the Miracle Industries auto-loading crane. If you have the authority, I am at your service.
What happens if I fired a few holes in you?
The lift is now unlocked.
Morgan looks over a ledge as an aristocrat woman appears with police.
Ah, defeat. How sad. You were all doing so well.
Ulysses scowls.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
Well, I certainly don't expect any trouble from some of Avalon's most disposable citizens.
A bulky armored automaton drops on the deck, then charges them.
Hello, frightened human. I can get you out of this.
Yeah,
A
I
small
don't know
flying
what this. I
contraption
don't know
appears.
what this is.
Time slows. Text rewinds from 1895 to 1867.
You've just jumped about 25 years back in time. This place, on this day, is ripe for changing the course of history.
This life ain't one for granting easy choices. But I just found a way to control the past. Change who's in control. Make things unfair in our favor.
A doll with a ruffled collar.
Brought you a little toy with a big mouth.
What a proper little villain. A better villain than you'll ever be, you decrepit old soak.
In a theater.
The pimp, the blood, the priest. Who do we like the least? Oh, it's different.
I don't know
how
what
they
to
do
think
ya,
of this.
the
It's
ways
just
they sit.
bizarre.
Morgan fires a variety of automatic weapons as a tart kicks up her skirts on stage.
So yeah, there's first-person shooting.
Gameplay, first-person shooter.
Nothing's ever given to folk like us. Especially not the future.
Morgan uses a mechanical gauntlet to create a time vortex
I was
with a
gonna.
shredder.
Yeah, I was
This
kind of gonna
time,
say
we've
like
a
we're not
chance
getting
to
hardly any
stimulate.
gameplay.
What more could an honest thief ask for?
Stairs, well, they're all going to screw you in the...
An armored guard wields a flamethrower. Morgan fires a steam-powered
I
rifle.
feel like it's coming. Like when I hear the title.
Clockwork Revolution. Text appears inside a clock.
Right. Okay,
Coming
I do
in due
remember.
time.
I
The
do
gears wind
remember
forward to instead read
that
coming
name.
in 2027. Xbox
And I remember
console
thinking like
exclusive.
The trailer, they didn't show any gameplay,
Text.
I think, last
Play
time.
it day one with Game Pass.
But I thought it looked just goofy.
An older white man, Matt Booty,
Okay.
Chief Content Officer at Xbox.
Clockwork Revolution is an original experience full of intriguing characters and incredible world building. And it's an Xbox console exclusive coming in 2027. Thank you
that's
so
the one?
much for joining us today. This is a milestone year for us as we celebrate 25 years with you, and we're excited about our lineup of iconic games. Record-breaking Forza Horizon 6, the return of Master Chief.
This can't
rebuilt
be
from
it.
ground up, the extraordinary world of Fable, full of choice and consequences.
They didn't show much of that
Incredible
at
games
all.
from our partners at Sega, 4A Games, Koei Tecmo, and more. And players can look forward to 2 upcoming exclusives, Gears of War E-Day in 2026 and Clockwork Revolution in 2027. In a moment, we'll dive into Gears of War E-Day. But before we do, one franchise that has been with us from the beginning is Call of Duty. Now it's bigger than ever, with a new Modern Warfare later this year and a movie
Yeah, I
on
knew
the
they
way.
were going to have to end
Last
with
month, the
this.
teams at Infinity Ward and Activision gave us a glimpse of the story and gameplay. Today, they are back with a first look at DMZ, reimagined in a way that only Call of Duty can deliver.
Matt grins. Text. Activision presents.
I'm not sure what DMZ is, but
In a living room, an old CRT TV sits on a lace doily. Text. In-game footage with screen images added. The TV switches from a cartoon to a news broadcast. Subtitles. Under the wise and benevolent guidance of our respected leader. A statue holds a raised fist. Subtitles. The Korean peninsula remains orderly and strong. The former industrial incident within the southern exclusion region, long since contained through the heroic efforts of the state, poses
it's
no
almost
threat
starting to sound like the
stability
United
of our
States.
nation. Rain falls over Seoul as DPRK soldiers
couldn't help
salute.
it.
Subtitles.
Frickin'
The
propaganda.
exclusion zone is secure. Title, entering the DMZ.
Locate the files and eliminate the HVT. Expect contact.
Text. Many squads will infill, not all will exfil. Player voice chat added.
That's why you got NVGs, man.
Hey, I'm gonna head downstairs real quick. See if there's any weapons or gear laying around.
No, that's a negative. That's not why we're here.
I'm gonna be fine. It's only gonna take 2 seconds.
I say again, that's a negative. Okay, get your ass upstairs.
One player enables their night vision. Gameplay, first-person shooter. As he examines a corpse, an enemy grabs and performs a finisher on him.
Damn, he's down. Let's go help him.
Hell no. That's on him. I told him to get his ass up here.
Copy. Where are we at on the intel?
Got it.
The 2 operatives leave a room into a hallway.
I love the fact
player
that they're
aims a light
claiming this
machine
as
gun.
like player dialogue and
Find that HVT.
nobody.
The player follows.
It's been what 30 seconds and 60 seconds and no one has said a racial slur.
You know we're here.
The night vision lags slightly
Like,
as they enter
nobody
an open
talks like
balcony of the
this
mall. The player eyes a side room as
in
he
real
passes.
life. I mean, yeah, if people would kind of, almost get into like the role playing and
He
take it
disables the night
serious, it'd be
vision as
kind
they
of
pass
neat, but
advertisements and banners.
Hey, hold on.
What's up?
Blood spatters the screen as both operatives unleash tracer fire at a lone enemy.
Hey, you good, man?
Fuck.
Yeah, you're all right.
A second enemy fires from above. The player vaults a balcony to the lower floor as the screen glitches. They both fire down a corridor until the second operative throws a Molotov to obscure their
I
position.
was gonna say,
They fall
where's the
back
other
to
guy?
an elevator.
Okay, there's.
Incoming rounds pepper the doors as they slide closed.
Boys are making a lot of noise. Be aware. More enemy hostiles are now hunting your position.
Was that the HVT?
Hey, fuck the HVT. Let's just go to Expo.
The second operative is immediately
just got
downed as he
murked.
exits onto the rooftop. The player annihilates his attacker.
I got you, man.
He uses a syringe, then drags the other operative back into the elevator.
You good?
Yep. Let's just
All right. Let me get some ammo.
Yep.
He walks up to the bloodied enemy corpse and loots a PKM machine gun.
Oh, hell yeah.
They exit into a bright
I've
city
never heard
square.
player commentary like this.
Yeah, I got it.
A green flare accompanies the green smoke on a nearby rooftop.
Yeah, I would
They
get
dash toward a
downed
street.
immediately because I mean the graphics are great.
They take
but
cover just as a light tank and an armored personnel carrier
Again.
drive past. Sniper fire rains down from a rooftop.
yeah, see, I would be fucked here because I wouldn't be able
They
to
break
see.
into the doors of a police station, finding one enemy inside. The player mows him down, then aims up a stairwell. No subtitles appear. The player returns fire up the stairs.
I'm inside.
Get your ass to the roof right now.
Copy.
He kneels by the corpse.
Please have medical. Oh, thank you.
As the player ascends toward the third story of the stairwell, he unwraps and applies a bandage to his wrist.
Hey, Locker, you downstairs?
The player flees onto the roof just as the chopper is touching down. His blood spatters the screen. He and the other operative return fire just as a rocket hits the roof. The player fires wildly at an oncoming enemy chopper. He manages to sprint aboard. In a montage,
I don't know.
players
I
fire
mean,
at one another on opposite sides of a bank vault. One wears a skull helmet.
I guess it really
Another
depends
wields a
on what
belt-fed
accessibility
grenade
they
launcher.
add.
Text: extract or die trying. 3 players clip to a hull line attached to a plane as
I
it
like
flies
the
overhead.
idea.
It yanks them upward. Title:
again-
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 DMZ, coming
Really?
October 23rd. Play first at Fanatics
Okay,
Fest
October
in July.
23rd. Okay.
A 10-second countdown timer appears below a red cogwheel with a skull in its center. The
Huh.
gear ticks down.
Yeah. So now we're getting the Gears of War event. So that
Red
was
splatters
the
surround to the skull, and it shatters to
showcase. I'll
form a
leave my
title.
thoughts until
Gears of War
afterward,
E-Day Direct. Text: all game captures represent in-development footage. At night, a seaside city glimmers with dozens of skyscrapers. Several developers enter an office. One types at a laptop with a sticker that reads, "No weak shit." Text: Mike Crump, studio head.
Welcome to the Coalition, here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, home of Gears of War. When Gears debuted in 2006, it instantly redefined the genre.
Oh,
And now
definitely.
In 2026, we're on the cusp of another rare moment. A chance to honor where we've been, celebrate with our fans, and lay the foundation for where Gears is going next.
A man bobs his head while he plays a keyboard.
I
To get
like
there,
the
we're
single-player
taking it
footage
all
we
the way
saw
back
saw
to the day
earlier.
the world changed and the fight began. Emergence Day.
A clawed hand reaches up from an e-hole. A wretch leaps out and shreds a civilian.
It's a day of unimaginable loss that sits at the heart of our universe. And today, for the first time, we're ready to take you inside the studio and show you all the ways to play with our new movements, weapons, and modes that will make E-Day the most brutally satisfying Gears yet.
Is that all you got?
In gameplay, Ty rescues Marcus. Text: Matt Searcy.
Before we talk about what this game is, I think it's important to share why we chose E-Day. When we started this project, we were moving to Unreal Engine 5. It was a new foundation with a blank slate. So we took a moment to reflect on what makes Gears so special to us and to our fans. We realized that all of the things that make this world feel so unique, brotherhood, brutality, that melancholy beauty, and over-the-top spectacle, they're all perfectly set up in this one moment in time. E-Day.
An e-hole bursts through a street.
The moment the Locust ripped through the ground and changed the history of Seraph forever. And to tell that story, we wanted to build an experience that evoked the vibes of the original Gears game.
Footage plays from the Mad World trailer in 2006.
So we started with
Oh.
this one still from the Mad World.
I've had that song in
It's
my head
Marcus
ever
facing down the
since.
Locust, defiantly firing into the darkness against overwhelming odds. And we said, this
That was
is
such
the
a
emotional
great
core of
trailer.
Gears. This is the tone and feeling that we wanted to build our next game around.
Kate Rayner.
This is our most ambitious game yet. E-Day is a story we haven't been able to tell before because we didn't have the technology to do it. We finally have the tools to reimagine the Gears world at a new, unprecedented level of detail.
A suspended train zips past as Marcus fires his Gnasher shotgun.
We're pushing Gears to new heights with the densest, most detailed world we've ever created.
A crumbling pavilion.
With seamless, large-scale environments.
It's even worse from up here.
Fully dynamic ray trace lighting.
Reflections of TV screens flicker.
Very curious about what accessibility might be here.
Starting with an empty hard drive, we literally rebuilt everything from scratch. Characters, enemies, weapons, animation, sound, the world itself. And then we tear it apart in front of you.
A courthouse collapses into an e-hole.
You'll fight against bigger and more brutal enemies with new and craftier weapons and navigate the battlefield with more natural character movement so that every moment of emergence plays
See, that's
smoother
though is the weird
and
thing that
hits
I've thought,
harder.
like, if you do like a prequel
This is a game
and
that
you
feels
introduce like
Gears,
new
but
weapons
plays
or
like
new
me.
enemies, then it seems weird that like these
It's a
later,
return to the feelings that
you know,
we
these
had
later
when we played
parts of the
original
story
games.
don't
Now
have
reimagined, evolved,
all
and
these new
enhanced
things.
with
It's
the
just
power
it's sort
of
of
a
like
new
a
engine.
weird,
Fires flicker and power lines spark near
like
destroyed
a narrative
cars.
disconnect kind of a thing.
Text: Nicole Fawcett, brand director.
E-Day is set before the events of the original Gears of War. After decades of conflict, peace has finally been declared on Serra, and the Gears have returned home.
At the Armored Prayer bar, Marcus is in plainclothes as he sets down 3 beer bottles. Dom hangs up a payphone.
Love you, baby.
Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago are young veterans trying to adjust to civilian life while grieving the loss of someone they both loved.
Cog tags sit on the table between them.
Carlos Santiago, Dom's older brother and Marcus's best friend.
To Carlos.
To Carlos. Best fucking brother anyone could ask for.
Carlos died in combat in a moment of sacrifice before the war ended, and without him, Marcus and Dom's relationship is distant.
The emotion from our refinery kept power.
With the world just barely on the cusp of peace and our characters coming to terms with their new reality, the Locusts emerge and change everything.
This is the Coalition Emergency Broadcast System. There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across Kelowna.
E-Day tells not one, but 2 origin stories. The start of this world falling apart and a brotherhood coming together. And over the course of 3 intense days, you'll see how loss reshapes this world and our characters, beginning with a night of desperate survival in a brand new city.
Marcus kicks open double doors to utter chaos in the streets.
I'm
Police
definitely
lights
most
flash.
interested in the single player
Aryan
because
Hanbach.
We decided to focus our
multiplayer, I don't
story
know.
on just one city.
I've just been
So you
terrible.
can really feel what war does to people. When we started creating Kelowna, we wanted it to be more than just a backdrop. We wanted to feel alive. Like it was another character in the story, packed with layers and personality.
Enormous statues of hands hold a gear wheel.
Kelowna used to be all about innovation and discovery. But years of industrialization for the Cog War effort totally reshaped it. With such a rich history, it made sense to lean into that classic Gears retro vibe.
Small fires burn along the dark facade of the Kelowna Hotel.
Towering architecture, robust vehicles, and grounded technology. Kind of like those gritty industrial cities from the 1970s. We also looked right outside these windows at the mountains, the ocean, and local landmarks to help give Kelowna its unique style.
Smoke rises near a suspension bridge, which stretches over a conifer forest.
As you play the campaign, the city reveals itself through the main districts. The historic center, with its classic Gears architecture.
So
in
is this going to be like
stone
an
and steel.
open, fully open
The
world
downtown
thing
core,
now?
more modern, reshaped by decades
Or are
of
you just going to
industrial
go
growth.
linearly
The
through
military
different sections
airfield
of the city?
set at the forest edge with shipyards nearby, the refineries, and supporting working-class neighborhoods, built around constant emulsion production.
Matt.
Gears plays best in a city, and Kelowna is the ultimate battlefield.
Marcus and his squad stack up on a corner.
Kelowna's density, tight streets, mixed with open spaces, let us rethink how gear moves through the world, and it created the perfect stage for greater scale and verticality in combat.
He mantles onto a subway car, then fires up a grand staircase.
Our soldiers are basically giant tanks in armor. They slam into cars,
Pretty much.
weaving through hails of bullets.
Motion capture actors shoulder check props.
And we wanted to keep that heaviness, but add more fluidity to how you move through the battlefield. Cover is life in Gears. And we've completely rebuilt our movement and cover systems, with smoother transitions and a bigger range of cover heights and shapes, including new low ground cover. This all allows us to create more complex and organic feeling spaces than ever before. From Sprint, you can now slide, which lets you quickly get under objects, slide around corners, or transition more smoothly into cover from a run. And we added the ability to jump, which really opened up this citywide battleground. We get to play with more verticality,
that's so weird.
Climbing walls and vehicles, or clearing gaps in crumbling buildings to reach new flanking routes.
Gears, I don't think has ever had a jump.
It's still that great Gears combat puzzle. A mix of unique enemy combinations, tactical weapon choices,
Marcus swaps to a light machine gun, then the lever-action Gnasher.
and your ability to read and move through the arena. But now you have more choice than ever, and we get these peaks of almost action movie sequences.
Marcus shotguns a drone.
You can throw yourself off a balcony, land next to your buddy and revive him, scramble through cover, slide under a truck, and hit safety on the other side. We get these amazing Gears playgrounds, small and large, where all these elements come together, and the city is filled with them.
Raul Figueroa, campaign design.
Our missions move across the city, from linear fights in narrow streets and alleys to more open districts, where you have access to entire neighborhoods. Now you have strategic choices. Do you take the enemy head-on? Do you flank them from a side entrance?
Okay, so maybe it is a little more linear, just
kind
of sandbox.
And take them all out with your long shot.
Some levels and stuff
It's
like
up
that.
to you. And if you're playing co-op with your friends, well, then you can try all three at the same time. Taking your own path reveals small stories from the city. Survivors trapped in an apartment.
There's a civilian in that building. 4th floor.
A Raven crashed in the distance. A group of Gears readying an ambush. You still have your orders, but it's up to you to decide where you offer to help or how much of the city you choose to explore.
And that city is fully realized.
Colin Penty.
To create a city of this scale and detail, we needed to invest in an entire suite of tools. Tools for roads, intersections, sidewalks, e-holes, buildings, rooftops, and pipes. We have a procedural content generation toolset for scattering millions of pieces of trash and debris across the ground to make Kelowna feel lived in.
In-engine detritus appears.
This is the largest, most complex location you've ever seen in a Gears game.
At a map table.
But the board control is connected to an older antenna. I can reconfigure their radios to reach Afira.
Several Gears nod.
Maybe this is...
Do it. The remaining Gears.
I'm not sure quite how open
In other
world
Gears
this is going
games,
to be.
the world's basically already dead. There are very few human survivors left. But in E-Day, you're watching a live city get ripped apart in front of you.
The facade of an apartment building crumbles.
Damn.
People who once went to work, sporting events, and celebrated the possibility of peacetime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really intrigued about this too, because you know,
they abandon their cars.
I
and
like
run
that
for
we get to
survival,
see
attempting to find refuge in subways or stores.
things
Glimpse
that
of a
aren't
child's
just
story,
rubble.
or dinner left uneaten are reminders of what's been lost and the horror of what the locusts have unleashed.
A drone lifts Marcus by the neck, its thick claws carving deep gouges in his face.
Yep, I remember that from the other trailer.
You'll experience the locust decimation at all scales in E-Day through our customized destruction technology.
Bullets rip through groceries at a checkout lane.
E-holes are back, unleashing waves of enemies from under your feet at any moment.
The E-hole emanates a red glow.
As a game design element, getting to use E-holes again as a spawn mechanic is brilliant. Locusts can come out of the ground anywhere, you could toss a grenade in to close them up, just adds this great tactical layer to encounters.
But you'll also encounter massive sinkholes that'll pull down vehicles and entire buildings. And no amount of detail is too small, as micro-destruction goes beyond what we've ever done before with chippable cover across a range of materials. Your impact is real, visceral, and leaves a mark on the world.
Automatic fire leaves bullet holes on a car.
Destroyed Beauty has long been a visual pillar of Gears of War, and we finally get to show the before, making the after hit that much harder.
Hasty barricades dot the Kelowna
Yeah, fair
streets.
enough.
You'll recognize a
This looks
neighborhood
pretty
that was
interesting.
once intact is now completely destroyed. You'll walk through city
Very
streets
curious
filled with
about
smoke
accessibility
and
at
fire,
this
and it feels
point.
completely different from how you first experienced it. You start getting this real feeling of the city's a character and it's really under attack.
An enormous locust emerges.
It's the fall of Kelowna.
A locust destroys a courthouse, and E-hole is closed. Dom holds Carlos's
Okay.
cog tag. He frowns, his eyes distant, before he hands it to Marcus. Text, V. Nyarko.
E-Day is an intentionally intimate story. There's this colossal event going on in the plot, but the actual characters and the journey they go on is where you get to explore themes of burden, of loss, and of loyalty. The whole world of Gear is about characters. It's the nightmarish monsters from below versus the soldiers that hold the line in a war for survival.
Agir kneels.
You okay?
Dom offers his hand.
No way this is real. It's pretty fucking real to me. On your feet.
This was our opportunity to focus on what makes Gear's characters so special and what makes our enemies so iconic.
A statuette of a boomer has glowing eyes.
The entire campaign is played from the perspective of our new squad, Bravo. As the invasion breaks out, you'll meet Mags Carter, a former Gear now sweating it out at Kelowna's emulsion refinery.
Now, why don't you come talk shit when your balls drop? And quit going through my stuff.
And you'll also meet rookie cadet Lucas Reyes,
What the hell?
a sharp comms officer who never made it to the front lines despite his dreams of military glory.
Holy fucking shit.
Mags and Lucas, together with Marcus and Dom, are 4 soldiers thrown together, fighting through tensions with each other while fighting the Locust, ultimately forging their bonds in battle.
Dom helps Marcus to his feet. Aryan.
We follow Bravo Squad with our cinematic cameras, just like the intense war movies we love.
A downed chopper falls into an E-hole.
The shots are intentionally gritty and a bit shaky, and leaning into these rough edges is what makes you feel like you're right in the middle of the action.
I mean, I can even tell with the audio
Bravo's
is
story
actually
also intertwines with others called to
really
defend the city,
good.
including returning characters like warrior philosopher Ty Kaliso.
Our roads converge again. Marcus Phoenix. Ty.
And fans of the books will finally get to see the hard-ass Raven pilot Gil Gettner in-game for the very first time.
A blonde white woman.
I have not followed the books. I've seen
Aryan.
they do have
Marcus
some
and
on
Dom are
Audible.
absolute legends. You can spot those strong
Maybe I'll have
jaws
to
and
check
thick
those out and
necks
see if
from a
they're any
mile away.
good.
But if you go too realistic, you lose those unique features that make them stand out. Honestly, Marcus just isn't Marcus if you take away his classic perma-scout. So instead of chasing perfect realism, we focused on making them believable and memorable, respecting the details that really make them who they are.
Devs sit at workstations. Kate.
Material and character fidelity in Gears of War E-Day far surpasses anything we've been able to achieve before. Our facial animation systems have been completely upgraded for E-Day, with 3 times more joints and over 350 facial shapes sculpted for each head alone to really represent the
Jeez.
emotion in our characters. Marcus has more detail in his eyelashes than his entire character model did in the original Gears of War on
Oh, for
Xbox
God's
360.
sake.
Phoenix. Marcus. Sergeant, 26 RTI C
I
Company.
mean, sure, but
Next to kin.
I care about
Adam
performance
With the
and
amount
not
of
having a
players we have,
400
we've
gigabyte
never
install.
had fidelity at this scale.
Dom gazes mournfully out of a chopper.
Combined with a much more sophisticated animation rig, this allows us to have way more expressive characters with a
Yeah,
huge
dare I ask how
range.
much freaking hard
From a
drive
small
space this is
smirk
going to take up?
to yells on the battlefield.
Come and get some, you goddamn grubs!
Your experience takes on a new intensity. We're pushing the graphical limit with 4K Ultra HD resolution, native HDR10 rendering, hardware ray tracing at 60 frames per second in campaign, and up to 120 frames per second in multiplayer.
A drone guns down a civilian.
We'll see.
When I it comes to the
They
locusts,
say that,
to
but
make them more believable, we made them scarier. The drones are wild and vicious.
A drone rifle butts a man.
The boomers are even bigger this time around. Like living
boom.
battering rams
That's why I was saying that
smashing through
earlier.
doorways onto the battlefield. The wretches scream so loud it disorients you before they rip you apart. And the Reavers, they crawl up buildings and rain fire from above. Basically, the whole Locust army, whether new or old, are more intense than ever before.
Marcus takes cover from Reaver fire. Later, Dom looks down at him.
So what now, Marcus?
We save everyone we can.
Key art shows locusts in sharp detail. Blood glistens on their faces.
I wonder how long this
Gears of
thing
War
is going to
has
be.
never
Like,
been a
are they
horror
going
game,
to?
but the world has always felt
Are they
horrifying.
going to go this deep into
A Reaver
multiplayer
yanks a
and
gear
horde
through a
mode
hole
and stuff
smaller
too?
than his body.
And with E-Day, we lean into that even more. Our new gore system means damage feels meaty, responsive, and satisfying.
Yeah, good lord.
That was satisfying.
Muscle and cloth deforms in response to your attacks, and blood and bone damage adds to the intensity of combat. Gore is localized as well. Shoot a locust in the arm or leg, and you'll see the bullet take a chunk out of it. Or land a heavy shot on a limb, and our dismemberment system will rip it clean off in glorious detail.
Raul.
The Gnasher is going to get you the most satisfying shots, covering you in blood.
Gotta love the
Pop heads from afar with
Gnasher.
the long shot.
The
We
Gnasher and the
revamped our favorite
Lancer.
weapons for E-Day. And of course, we also have some fun new ones for even more brutal ways to tear your enemies apart. The new
Sounds
Gut Puncher
good.
grenade launcher is a cog weapon that fires armor-piercing explosive rounds. Quick fire a round to let it explode, or hold the trigger to control when it detonates. That means you can place a well-timed explosion behind an enemy protected by cover, or with practice, master its long-range E-hole closing potential. The Incinerator is our new shotgun. You can see the emulsion literally melt the skin off an enemy's body.
Ooh, a
A
new
green
shotgun.
splash chars a drone's flesh.
Before, you'd probably get into a grapple if an enemy came charging at you. Now, you feel the power of getting to incinerate them when they get close.
Marcus flanks a drone.
It's for
And
me.
of course, the Lancer.
Yeah. So good.
Nice.
The creation of the Chainsaw Lancer is another origin story from lore that we wanted to show in E-Day. From the moment that guy
Oh,
grabbed that
nice,
chainsaw
okay.
to rip through a locust at the superstore,
I have that
to a
replica.
prototype kit
I did a
bash on the
video
front lines
for
of the
it.
invasion, all to deliver on that
Freaking
gratifying
ginormous
moment when you finally get to slice a
Lancer.
grub in two.
Motion capture actors grapple. Text, Johnny Morgan, audio director.
Gears music has always been about tension, escalation, and release. When a fight kicks off, the music hits hard.
I like that
At times,
they're
things
devoting
get
so
more
much time to
dangerous.
single player.
And when you
That's
drop
what
the
I'm
last
most
enemy,
interested
you
in.
hear that familiar big ringing chord.
Yep. Yep.
For E-Day, we kept that structure, but made the sound harsher. Together with our composer, Adam Lastica, we built the score to match a world on the verge of collapse. The electric guitar returns alongside classical instruments, but both are pushed into uncomfortable territory.
Adam plays a cello.
Like dragging a bone saw across a cello, creating dissonance that never fully resolves.
In a cavern, Mags holds up a blue flare.
Where the hell are we?
Good
In a Foley
question.
studio.
And then there's the sound design.
I would love to go to like a Foley audio studio because just
All chainsaws
hearing
have
how they
voices. When it came to the sound for our
hearing how they
Proto
come up
Lancer,
with
it
this
was
stuff is
important
just
to us to track
fascinating
down
to
the
me.
exact make and model that was recorded back in 2006, and rebuild it from the ground up using our new sound effects system. This chainsaw has a 14-inch blade with that signature meaty yet intimate sound, and when it revs, you can hear all the gnarly details.
Yeah.
In terms of how you'll experience Kelowna,
I always think about our acoustic system like this. I'm walking down a street and I hear the sound reflecting off the walls around me. Then I step into an alley and everything immediately tightens. I come back out into a wide space and the sound opens up again, almost like a cathedral. And it's not just those spaces, it's the transitions between them where the magic really happens. That's where things feel alive. That's acoustics in real time.
In a forest.
It's a heavy world. And what better way to experience its dread and tension than through the music and sound that surrounds you?
Mm-hmm.
Matt.
Everybody focuses
No
on
other game does
graphics,
the
but
squad
sound
like
is
Gears does.
just as
Our
important.
themes, our gameplay, and our modes, they all revolve around this core element. But it's not just about the
Too
brotherhood
often
that you
gets
experience in the
overlooked.
stories. It's also about the bonds you create with your friends. Co-op has always been a part of our DNA. And like every great Gears game, you can bring your own squad to this fight. In campaign, all 4 characters are playable from the start. And we support 4-player online co-op
Oh,
and
wow,
2-player
okay.
split screen on console. In Versus, our sweaty squad-based PvP is back.
'Cause I think
with a
Gears is
collection
only
of 44
2
modes
player
and all new
co-op
maps
up to this
set in
point, hasn't
locations
it been?
in and around the war-torn city of
Have they done
Kelowna.
4-player
We've combined
co-op
classic
in
Gears
single player
symmetrical PvP map
in
design
the
with
story
new
mode?
traversal opportunities. You'll put your skill to the test alongside a seasonal roadmap of killer content, almost all of which you can just earn by playing the game, completing in-game challenges, events, and achievements. And today, we're excited to announce a dynamic new evolution of Gears' iconic PvE mode, Horde Siege. It's a 12-player mode where all 3 squads fight alongside each other to battle the Locust invasion and defend Kelowna across a range of city-based maps. We'll have more to share soon, and we hope you join us for our open beta weekends later this summer.
We good?
Okay.
Sergeant Phoenix?
Guess we're back to it.
In flashes, Marcus executes a drone. A boomer bursts out.
Nothing
Blood
on
spatters the
accessibility,
screen.
unfortunately. I didn't
Marcus tosses
expect,
a
but
grenade.
I was hoping
A
maybe
wretch
they would at
claws
least
apart a
acknowledge
civilian.
it.
Marcus fires the gut puncher. Carlos's cog tags sit on a table.
We can't outrun the past.
I have to admit, though, I'm
But as long as we're still
liking
breathing,
what I see for the story
we're
mode.
the ones that keep fighting.
Looks fun.
20 years of Gears is such a milestone. It is such an honor and also a
God,
huge
that's frightening. That
responsibility
was 20
to make
years
sure we
ago.
deliver on the story of Gears.
God, I feel old.
It always comes back to the squad. It always comes back to this theme of getting through the absolute shittiest of times with somebody else who constantly has your back. And that's Marcus and Dom's story.
Yeah, that's the
story
message we
of the
need right
original
now.
trilogy.
Boy,
The
howdy.
story of E-Day. And the story I think we can all relate to.
Thanks for pushing through. Couldn't have done it alone.
You got it, man.
V.
Having the opportunity to have E-Day come out in the same year as the 20th anniversary of Gears, the quarter-century anniversary of Xbox,
God,
it's
that's
almost
nuts.
like a homecoming. It's like returning back to our roots and saying, fuck yeah, we're back. But we have so many more stories to tell. It's an incredible honor and one that we want to make sure that we do right.
From a vantage point, Marcus surveys the smoldering Kelowna skyline. Another gear approaches.
Ty. What a nightmare.
Untouched by nearly 80 years of war. Destroyed in 2 nights.
Mike.
For us, the heart of Gears has always been about the bonds you make in the darkest of times. Inside the studio, we rally around a simple phrase: never fight alone. It guides how we build our stories, our gameplay, and our world. It's how we work as a team and the commitment we make to you, our fans. Everything comes back to that important idea of sharing life's experiences, the highs and lows, together. And E-Day is the best expression of never fight alone that we've
I'm
ever
looking
made.
forward to it,
Whether you'll be
especially
picking
again.
up a Lancer for the first time ever, or you're as battle-hardened as
With
Marcus
the
Phoenix,
graphic
there's
fidelity,
always a place for you in the Gears squad when Emergence begins
I'm
on October
very
6th.
A
interested
chopper
to know
flies
about
low overhead
accessibility.
as Kelowna burns. Title: Gears of War E-Day. Emergence begins October 6th, 2026.
Looking forward to that. And it's on Game Pass, so can try it out,
In a
and if I want to buy
montage,
it.
snippets of gameplay are shown. A warrior stands before
Okay.
flames. A clockwork gauntlet is revealed.
Okay, we're wrapping up here.
Dracula's castle looms. Isabel turns.
I know why you're here.
Senua's face sinks into gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats.
Napoleon dons a signet ring. Birds fly past mountain pagodas. Villages burn. Marcus wields a snub as an e-hole appears. The twisted warden
The weird
roars.
flower, yeah.
The Slayer takes up his spear.
Minecraft. Oh, the Slayer, July 7th.
Now you ready to get to it?
Yeah.
Chief deploys an energy sword. Jenny
Some good
investigates the tree
stuff.
hollow.
Coming.
Armies clash. Soldiers salute. Heroes toast with tankards. Ulysses glares.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
A warrior swipes a straight sword.
I've proven myself. Have you really?
The taxi drifts around corners and vaults
Oh,
over
yes,
jumps.
Crazy Taxi.
I have come here.
I was trying to. I gotta look at that footage again because I want to know if they still keep that giant arrow at the
Magpie
top.
starts fires.
I hope
Jacob
to God they
flourishes
don't
his
turn it
wand.
into like a
Missiles
stupid
streak
mini
over a
map.
city.
They've got to keep the arrow.
The cult raises their arms. Spyro soars. Titles appear for Clockwork Revolution and Gears of War E-Day, Xbox console exclusives. Titles for all of the games hover before an ethereal background. In translucent green, the Xbox logo.
Xbox.
Text appears below the
Okay.
Xbox logo.
Well.
Thank you for watching.
And thank
Audio
you,
description
Miss
provided by
AI.
Descriptive Video Works. Written and
Sorry,
narrated by
I'll never
Janissary.
forget that. That is so damn funny. All right. Well, I was overall pretty right on the money. We had a couple of new announcements. We had a couple surprises. I mean, I don't remember if they teased a Spyro game. There was that weird little like bird game that I don't think we'd ever heard of before. There's maybe one or two. I mean, they had a few world premieres, but you know, a lot of them were either like sequels or because we had that Wolong sequel. Crazy Taxi was pretty cool. And I'm kind of curious just because like some of the roads that they showed, and if they said the world tour, so I wonder if we'll have like the city from the first game, and then because I know Crazy Taxi 2 and 3 had other cities, and they just didn't quite do it as much. I remember playing Crazy Taxi 2 a little bit. I don't know if I ever played 3. I was honestly surprised they really didn't touch on Fable that much. I mean, I'm sure they'll have another showcase closer to release, but like I was under the impression that we would get like a little bit of a I would have loved to see, even if it wasn't quite as long, like a little deeper dive like they showed at the beginning with Gears there. Because I should have known. I just went stupid when they announced the studio, the developer for Fable. I knew that it was. I don't know why I was thinking of something else, but it threw me off because, you know, I don't generally think of Fable as being, yeah, there was dark elements to it, but it was still more of like a fairy tale sort of, you know, like a fairy tale vibe. You know, again, it had some dark elements to it, but yeah, I mean, maybe they'll show more at the like IGN Summer Gaming thing. Maybe they'll have some extended footage. But like I wanted to know like how realistic or like how detailed they made the world, you know, where everyone has their own schedule and how you can interact with the townspeople or the countryside. And you know, I know they said they're doing away with the, you know, like the devil horns and the halos and things like that for your character, but I feel like I'm a little bummed that they didn't go into a little bit more detail with that. And the other thing I would say is that I think they touched on 25th anniversary, 25 years of Xbox, and they had their 25th anniversary system. And now I do remember them, there was some leak or there was some rumor or footage or images or something a week or two ago about some sort of cloud controller or some sort of like smaller controller. They didn't really say anything about that today. So like, okay, we're getting the new Halo campaign with some additional missions. That's fine. That's cool. I'll definitely want to play that. Gears looks really good. I like Gears. I definitely want to play that. Call of Duty, I mean, I guess it really depends on the accessibility because, again, the graphic fidelity, trying to see enemies. I mean, at least the thing that Call of Duty has had that has sort of saved me when I used to play like Modern Warfare 1 and 2 was that if you're using a controller, you can literally just kind of do like you hold the left trigger and it snaps to an enemy, which is really nice if you can't see them very well because they blend into the background. Obviously, you're not doing that on multiplayer, but for the campaign that could be helpful. But I don't know, like I'm not super into Call of Duty. If they announce some miraculous update as far as what accessibility they included, then okay, yeah, sure. I might give it a shot, but again, it's no longer on Game Pass, so that would be something that I would either have to buy or luck into getting a code for. No Wolfenstein, but I'm glad we did get a Doom the Dark Ages DLC release date, and it's soon. Actually, it's literally 1 month away from today. Yeah. I gotta brush up on my shotgun and shield saw skills again. But yeah, I've kept Doom the Dark Ages installed because I knew they were adding story DLC, and I absolutely want to get back to that. So very much looking forward to that. But yeah, like I don't think we had, as I said before the show started, we really didn't have really very many surprises. You had your Sea of Thieves stuff, you had your Elder Scrolls Online, you had your Fallout 76, which I completely forgot about. So yeah, those are to be expected. Nothing on Starfield, nothing on the new Elder Scrolls, no Wolfenstein. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it was, there was a couple games like that Clockwork Revolution or whatever. Like, I am genuinely intrigued as to what in the hell that game actually is. I know it's a first-person shooter, but it is definitely weird, and I'll give it that. Like, it definitely has, it's not a World War II or it's not a sci-fi shooter. Well, I guess it's something really different, which I very much appreciate. It's not what we've seen 100 times. At least it looks that way. But we had quite a few hack and slashy things. We had a couple Personas. So this Persona 4, it seems like they're rebuilding the game. It's not just like a remaster, because we've already had a Persona 4 remaster, if I recall correctly. So no, this is almost like what they've done to like I said, the Final Fantasy 7 trilogy remake thing. But I don't know. They didn't say anything about backwards compatibility. They didn't say about because it's sort of weird. So Gears is exclusive and Clockwork Revolution is exclusive, but in a way I'm kind of surprised. I suppose the other titles have already been announced even before Asha Shar took over, so they probably can't backpedal on that. But it's sort of interesting, the titles that they chose, the two titles that they chose to be exclusives. I mean, Gears might sell some systems, but again, you can play it on PC. I mean, Clockwork Revolution looks cool, but is it, it's not like your Mario or your, what Halo was at one time, or I don't know that that's going to be, a system seller, especially at the end of, or nearing the end of the system's lifespan.
15K videos.
I
15K videos.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I thought it was a good showcase. I'm interested in a lot of the games that they showed. But I would argue that none of the shows released so far, there really wasn't anything that was like, oh my God, that was so unexpected, or oh my God, wow, that was, the coolest thing. I mean, theoretically, I'm very hyped about the TMNT, The Last Ronin. I really, really hope that this one doesn't get canceled like that last one they were working on. So I hope it's good, because somebody mentioned the other day, I didn't put it together. I think it was Platinum who did that TMNT game that came out in, what was it, like 2014, 2016? It looked good leading up to release. And I can't remember what it was called, but remember that 3D one where you were kind of in the open world, and like it looked neat leading up to it, but it was not fun. I got a little bit of enjoyment in the beginning, but I didn't even finish it because it just I mean, part of it was harder to kind of tell where to go in the open world for me, but also it just wasn't really that good of a Turtles game. And so I hope they put their A team. I hope Platinum puts their A team on this Last Ronin game. But like I said, I don't know that there wasn't anything that was like super unexpected. Like a super, oh my God, wow moment. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that the events are bad, because everyone is like, oh, if you didn't like these, you should quit. You should just quit gaming, which I largely agree with. I mean, there are so many good games coming out in the next 6 months. September alone, you better be saving hundreds or thousands of dollars if you want to play half of what's coming out, and that's not even including all the indie games that are going to be coming out for $5, $10, $20. There are titles, like I said, I feel bad because there are titles that are just going to get swept under the rug. They're just going to be, there's too many things coming out, and I have a bad feeling, especially with publishers' propensity to close studios these days. Too many to name. But even if a game is good and it gets highly rated, and if it doesn't sell that many copies because there's just like 18 gazillion games, you got to wonder how many of these studios are going to be around this time next year. And as I said, I hate to say that way. I hate to talk that way, but look at what's happened the last 3 to 5 years, man. Look what happened when Xbox did their Hi-Fi Rush a few years ago. Everybody praised it. Everybody loved it. But you're done. So yeah, that is it's Xbox. I mean, it was good. There are a lot of games, like I said, Doom, Crazy Taxi, a lot of the hack and slashers. That looks fun. Fable, of course. Halo, Gears, very curious. I want to know if any of, I really, really hope that now that we've had the event, I hope that we'll get like a blog post and it'll start sharing on social media. I can come back tomorrow after WWDC and go, oh, by the way, this studio and that studio and that studio said, hey, look at what accessibility we're going to add to our games. I hope we get more of what Insomniac did earlier this week. but we will have to find out. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, nothing super wow.
15K videos.
But plenty between Sony, Microsoft, and the Game Awards. 2 days ago. God, that was 2 days ago already. We'll see what Nintendo does if they do have a Nintendo Direct. I will be back with some thoughts on WWDC tomorrow. See what we look forward to with iOS 27 and such. I know they did announce some of their accessibility features during Global Accessibility Awareness Day last month, but I just want to see where Apple thinks they're going to be going, especially since Tim Cook is going to be stepping down later this year. But yeah, this video's gone on long enough. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will leave a link in the description to the original audio description version of the stream if you want to watch it without my commentary. But I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you found my babble entertaining or insightful or what have you. But yeah, another event down. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. You can follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, Blue Sky at Illegally Cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.
Desktop.